guys, happy Friday. I just had a Frosty, so if I have chocolate on my face, I'm sorry, but not really, because it was really good. And I'm literally gonna get a hot chocolate later, so we're just doing all the chocolate today. Maybe I shouldn't go to Starbucks today since I had the Frosty. I don't know. We'll just see how I feel, because after I open these packages that I'm about to open, I am going to head out to Goodwill, and then Carolina Trading Post, I think is the name. They're another antique mart that I go to. Might buy pumpkins, who knows. Pumpkins will be a pumpkin patch or whatever. It's not a patch, but so yeah, but I'm gonna open some packages first. First we have one from Bath and Body Works here. So let's see what is in here. Yeah, the thing is, I don't really remember what I buy, because yeah, I got all this today, so it's not like it's been sitting there forever. Okay, there's this one like really big one, and I'm like, what is this? Is there a candle this big? Did I buy a candle this big? Because I think I only got candles. Okay, I really need to invest in a box cutter. I've just never seen them for sale. Okay, yeah, this is like a box in a box, but I did have a candle break last month when they delivered it. So it's, you know, oh, okay. Oh, the lid comes separately. Interesting, never seen that before. So we're gonna open the candle first, because I did want to get like one Halloween one and then the rest just be fall, because, you know, celebrate the season or whatever. If I can get this open. How do we open this? Okay. Ah! Okay. Is that gonna open? And if you hear that beeping, they're doing stuff. Like at my neighbor's house across the street, we like trees, and they're like cutting trees. But okay, this is Wicked Vanilla Woods. It smells like Charlotte. I don't know, it smells like a hotel or something. I know, it looks like it's really low, but no, it's not. It's not the normal. The notes here are magical vanilla, glowing amberwood, and enchanted pink pepper. I'm not sure about pink pepper, but I can definitely smell the other scents. I don't know what pink pepper is supposed to smell like, but this is the top, the lid of the candle. Yeah, the lid is really like heavy duty. It has a snake on it. So what does it look like with the lid on? Does the lid even like fit on it? Okay, yeah, it does. That is really cool and very unique. I've never seen one like that. And then I got two other candles, and actually the inside is like tan and white, which is probably cheaper to do than the blue and white, but again, that's something I've never seen before. Okay, this candle is, I think it's gonna be Sweet Cinnamon Pumpkin, and it is, I currently am using the soap for this. This is my favorite pumpkin scent that there is. Here's what the, not bottle, container looks like, and this is a plain top, and it's white. Like, all the candles are white nowadays, and the smoke only dirties it, so I'm not a fan of the white candles. But this is warm cinnamon, fresh ground clove, vanilla cream, and brown sugar. Like, there's no pumpkin actually in it. But it does smell like all those things that I said. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. And then the last candle is this one. Is it pumpkin apple maybe? Or did I save that one for November? Ugh. Okay, this is pumpkin apple, and see, it's not a white candle. We like that, but it does have a white lid, and I love it. I currently have the hand sanitizer for this in the car, but red delicious apple, fall pumpkin, fresh ground cinnamon, and clove buds. Just, oh my gosh, that smells incredible. So those are the candles that I got at Bath and Body Works this month. This is a book video. We do have my book of the month box, so this is super exciting. This is like my favorite package every month. I have a lot of wet ink on it where I covered the address, so I don't want to lay it down on my white pillow. Excuse me. Again, I told y'all I just had a Frosty. open, please. Okay, let's see if I can get it from there. I did get ink all on me from that. Okay, so I see my first choice. My choice of the month is right on top here. So fiction forward. What if I had got nonfiction? But okay. Here is the first one that I got, which is the real like spooky one. This is The Book of Witching by C.J. Cook. 400 years separate them, one book binds them. And there's the back, pretty. It says, a mother must fight for her daughter's life in this fierce and haunting tale of witchcraft and revenge. So that was my main pick. And then I got this book, which I did see at Target. And this is The Night We Lost Him by Laura Dave. I cannot read that font, so I am sorry, Laura, that I cannot pronounce your name. But this is an riveting novel from the best-selling author of The Last Thing He Told Me. Estranged siblings discover their father has been keeping a secret for more than 50 years. One that may have been fatal. Then this one, okay, so that is not, that only looks like it's something you can touch. I don't know how they do that to make it look 3D, because in all these videos, because I was like, that's really unique, but I feel like it could get pulled off, sliding it in and out of the bookshelf. So this is The God of the Woods by Liz Moore. This was like the book of the summer. When a teenager vanishes from her Adirondack summer camp, two worlds collide. We have that one. And then The Last Word by Taylor Adams. He wrote my favorite thriller, which is No Exit. I need to confirm that's a man. Yes, it is a man. And this one is, after posting a negative book review, a woman living in a remote location begins to wonder if the author is a little touchy or very, very dangerous. In this pulse-pounding novel, a psychological suspense and terror from the critically acclaimed author of No Exit and Hairpin Bridge. See, we're trying to keep spooky vibes. And then lastly, I finally bought Pure and Essie. People love this book. TikTok is the app that finally got me after all these years. I don't know when this came out, but I finally bit the bullet and bought it. It was published in 2020, so it took me 4 years. But I know you're supposed to go into this not knowing a lot, so I'm going to just see. For readers of Neil Gaiman's canceled, The Ocean at the End of the Lane, and fans of Madeline Miller's Circe, Pure and Essie introduces an astounding new world, an infinite labyrinth full of startling images and surreal beauty, haunted by the tides and the clouds. And lastly, we do have our bookmark, so just book of the month, and then I Always Know My Place from Mackenzie D, who's from Seattle, Washington, a member since 2009. Those are all of the books I got from Book of the Month this month. I am back from the thrift store, so I didn't get anything at the Antique Mart. If you want to see videos of that, it will be on TikTok. But the Goodwill, I'm going to show y'all what I got. So I'm going to start with the stuff that's not books. So this is pretty dusty, so I'm going to have to clean it up. What year is this from? It's literally from Family Dollar and it was 99¢ at Goodwill. But this little dog, I just thought it was cute. Again, really dusty, so to me that's something easy to clean. I have anti-dust stuff, whatever, stuff you clean computers with. And then I got this planter that I'm going to put on that wall right between the windows. I don't have a plant to go in it yet. I got this for $4.99. I don't know, I feel like that's kind of pricey, but just a hanging planter like that. Again, I don't have a plant to put in it yet, but I will find a plant because I have all these plants. I love plants. So, books now. I got Joan Didion, The Year of Magical Thinking. I have read 2 Joan Didion books. Really, I loved them. So, I wanted to get another that does have some kind of bug stuff on it. But again, I can clean that. I don't know how much these books were. And I didn't get a receipt. So, I don't know how much this was. All of this was $11 though, and then I rounded up to give the cents, you know, to the hurricane victims. So, was it the cents or change? I don't know, but they asked if I wanted to donate to the hurricane victims. So I did, but the year, the year magical thinking, I know a lot of people, oh, this is annotated as well, which I love getting annotated books because I like to see what other people got from their reading experience. But I know a lot of people love this Joan Didion book. I don't know if I want to say it's her most popular, but I hear about it all the time, and this is a memoir. Next, I got a Barbara Kingsolver because Demon Copperhead has been my favorite book of 2024. Yeah, I was like, what year is it? 2024. It's been my favorite book so far. And this one has some water damage, and I love that. And I actually haven't heard of this one, Flight Behavior. Yeah, I haven't heard of it, but I bought it because it's Barbara Kingsolver. And lastly, so I kind of got this book for my dad. I didn't know he used to sell these books, but it is Village to City, Florence, South Carolina, 1853 to 1893. And it's all about our city, of how it became a city. And again, I didn't realize that my dad probably already has this book, but I got it for him. And yeah, and it's really like nice quality. It's independently published and everything, but good quality hardback. Independently published in a hardback, that must be really expensive. I don't know though. So that's everything I got at Goodwill. Again, I didn't get anything at Carolina Trading Post, just didn't really see anything. I saw some clothes I liked, but they were all like over 60 bucks. And no, like I got this on Amazon for like $12. So like I'm not gonna pay 60 bucks for a t-shirt. No, even if it's really cute, I refrained. In supporting small business, I refrained because I don't want to pay that much when I bought all this stuff for $11. So I am gonna get into reading probably around 2. I haven't had caffeine yet, guys, so that's why I'm probably sounding kind of crazy. Yeah, I did end up going to Starbucks because my dad got me a Frosty for lunch, and so I didn't need, that was chocolate sugary. I don't need another chocolate sugary drink. I'm not doing that because we don't need to do that. I care about my health. But I need to put the candles up because I haven't done that. I need to put the books in my little TBR cart thing. And yeah, Goodwill, there were so many books. I'm going to upload a YouTube short, but that's probably going to be a while before that uploads. So there were so many books I could have bought. Like my friend said that like he could fill up a whole tote bag, and literally, yeah, I could have. And there was a really nice The World of Ice and Fire book. I own that book already. I paid like 50 bucks for it at Barnes & Noble, and they probably had it for like $5 at Goodwill. So if you are in Florence, South Carolina or the area and you want that book, go. It's there. It was the day I'm uploading this was the day it was there. So it could have sold by now, but just know it was there this afternoon. But yeah, so I'm gonna go pick up all this. I'm gonna go eat some lunch, have some caffeine, and then read my short story collection in about an hour. I got too happy with the hammer and started trying to put this spice rack on my wall, and I didn't hurt anything before y'all think that's where it's going. I cannot get those nails in a straight line. I'm really struggling with that. So I'm gonna put my Webkins on there. Yeah, so but I'm about to start my new short story collection, and I want to tell y'all what it's about. So this is Nobody Gets Out Alive by Lee Newman. This was a National Book Award finalist, but in this vlog we can learn that that means nothing. This is set in the author's vibrant home state of Alaska. Nobody Gets Out Alive turns a spotlight on women struggling to survive not just grizzly bears and charging moose, but the psychological complexities of love and family, alternating between Anchorage, a city challenged by suburban sprawl, global warming, and opioid addiction, and the remote, unsettled wilderness. Newman brings to life best friends, sisters, single moms, as they find a way to get by in this raw, beautiful landscape. Fearless, funny, and unabashedly compassionate, Nobody Gets Out Alive marks the emergence of a dazzling new voice in fiction, one that reinvents the American frontier and what we believe about hope and human connection. I don't know if I saw this in the article of books for different states or if I knew about this one before, but that is what I'm going to be starting right now. Guys, I just finished watching Monsters, Inc. It gets a 5 out of 5. It's my favorite Pixar movie. I mean, I have 2 Sellys plush. I have one Mike plush. I've only been able to find one Mike one because I get these all secondhand. But then I have just other merch, and it's my favorite Pixar movie. And something I realized is the movie, because I was watching this movie all throughout my childhood. I was 2 when it came out, and I remember it on VHS, but we would always watch it at like summer camps or after school cares, like that kind of thing. But watching it as an adult, it's like such an adult movie. Like it's not like dirty or anything like that, but it's like these guys who work at a factory, an energy plant, and then you have like the CDA, which is like the CDC, and just all this stuff. So I think it can be funny for an adult in that instant, but I was laughing at parts that would be funny for kids too. It's just a really funny movie. But also I got emotional again when Sully is saying goodbye to Boo. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We had to protect him at all costs. This man, I didn't get this one secondhand now that I think about it, but I got him from the Disney store, but my big one I got secondhand. So we gotta protect Sully at all costs because he is pure. He's a nice man. And that movie is great. I'm going to watch Cruella tonight, which is also a 5-star movie for me. That's like the only Disney live action, like, you know, remake. It's not really a remake, it's like a villain backstory, but I love that movie. It was so good, and I am going to rewatch that tonight, but that's going to be the longest movie I've watched so far because it's 2 hours and 18 minutes. Like the Monsters Inc. was about an hour and a half, and I think all the others were about an hour and a half. So I don't know how long it's going to take me to watch this movie. Obviously 2 hours and 18 minutes, but I spread out when I watch things, especially these rewatches that I've been doing, because I don't have to stay, but I know what's going to happen and all of that. But there's that, and if y'all saw the crock pot, I'm using it for the first time of the season, making some mac and cheese. I make mac and cheese every Friday, but we're doing it in the crock pot this week. I just finished reading Matrix by Lauren Groff, so I'm putting it as a 3-star into like Goodreads and whatever. And we're gonna go through my thoughts now of why was it a 3-star. So we're gonna start with characters. I like the idea of these characters. I like that this is a woman who comes from the higher parts of society, even though she wasn't the highest because she was a bastard. But I mean, her father, was he king? I don't know. I don't know if he was king. It never says like his name. I just know he was a Plantagenet, and she is like the step granddaughter of Empress Matilda. So she is from she grew up in a castle and is being sent away to be a nun, to be an abbess. And I think that is a really interesting premise for a character, and following all these nuns in the 11 to 1200s, really fascinating, but I never got that connection with them, and at times I was growing irritated by our main character of Marie, which I think is fine to have unlikable characters, but I never just felt anything strongly towards her. I didn't feel a connection towards her. And I think that is really sad when that happens with characters. And then the atmosphere. I did really enjoy the atmosphere in this. It feels gothic. I don't know if this is actually a gothic book, but it was a very like damp and dark atmosphere. And I think it would be good to read this time of year. Fall, winter time would be the time to pick up Matrix, even though it has like this bright cover. I think it's better for, yeah, it's like a dark book, and then we have this bright, colorful cover. And then writing, I think the writing was great as well. It was really descriptive, but to the point that you needed it to be. It wasn't over the top. It wasn't purple prose, and I really like that. Plot, I'm giving it the plot a 3. Like, it was fine. I like the idea of the character going to be a nun. Also, there were the themes of womanhood, which were really intriguing, following this character her whole life pretty much, and seeing womanhood at all different stages of life and how not a lot has changed in almost 1,000 years, that women still go through the same emotions, they have the same expectations for life and all of that. And I think that is really powerful, just showing off womanhood. But this was really lacking clarity. We are thrown right into Catholicism, like our character kind of is, so I don't know if it's intentional or not, but there was a lot of words and just things with the Catholic faith that I am not familiar with because I did not grow up that way. I grew up Methodist, not Catholic, so I was not familiar with a lot of these terms and what these traditions, I guess, what they are. So I was really confused, and this book was overall lacking clarity there, and I wasn't extremely intrigued reading this because I didn't care for the characters and I was confused for a lot of it, but I did like it. I liked the writing, I liked the atmosphere, but I do think I'm going to be unhauling this, which is kind of sad because I do love Lauren Groff, but this book wasn't it. But I do think her writing has improved a lot since this book because this is one of her earlier works, so I do think she has improved. So I would definitely recommend her later books like Florida and The Vaster Wilds over Matrix. That's another thing. This book is very reflective and it does make you think a lot. But again, the other things, the character work and the plot and intrigue and the confusion took away from that. So those are my thoughts on Matrix by Lauren Groff. I do want to talk about my next mood read. It's still like 45 minutes till I'm going to start it, but just wanted to go ahead and talk about it in the vlog. So this is actually the first ARC or ARC that I ever received. I won it in a Goodreads giveaway, and that is Blacktop Wasteland by S.A. Cosby. So I've already read one book by this author and I didn't really like it. It was, what was it? It's Razor Blade Tears. I think it has an orange cover. But yes, I won this back on June 23rd, 2020. Here's what the little note that I got says, so I don't want to show any information. But dear reader, thank you for your interest in Blacktop Wasteland. Like Ocean's 11 meets Drive. I haven't seen it either. I've seen parts of Ocean 11, but okay. Blacktop Wasteland is a Syrian operatic story of sons living up to their fathers, of a heist gone sideways, of a man ground down by economic desperation, of fast cars and daring chases, and identity and love. It's already receiving tremendous early praise, and I've heard good things about it, but the other book that I didn't like, a lot of people like, so I am kind of nervous with that. And this is the bookmark I'm going to be using. Take a break from reading to listen to us talk about reading. And Fred is getting kind of antsy. He doesn't like when I close the door. So that's the book that I'm going to be starting tonight. And since this is an ARC, there's like no, okay, I found the IBSN numbers. But this went on sale in 2020. I read 15 pages in Blacktop Wasteland, getting me to 5%. This was only the first chapter, so I don't have really strong thoughts so far, but right off the bat, it is very descriptive. I don't know if that's going to be good or bad. You can see how long that first paragraph is. And then the atmosphere is really good, as in, this writer is from Gloucester, Virginia, and he just does a great job at showing Southern Virginia dialect. All of that kind of thing is really spot on, and y'all know for like Southern books it's really important to me. And then I told you about writing being descriptive right off the bat. Characters, don't know how I'm gonna feel about them yet, way too soon to tell. And plot, I don't really know where this is going to go. Oh, shivers, sorry, no idea where this is going to go, but we will find out together. I will be reading this all weekend long as my main focus for the weekend reads, but I'm going to be ending the vlog here. I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, comment, rate, and subscribe. And don't forget to ring that notification bell to be notified when all my videos go live. If you made it through this whole video, leave a Halloween emoji in the comments below. Bye!